Now, by way of example, we want to follow a process fault during runtime through the schematic automation system from address monitoring in the ladder, function block diagram or statement list user program via S7pdiag to display on the HMI device by ProAgent. On the CPU side, our model consists of the user program level and the operating system functions. An HMI device with ProAgent is connected via the relevant hardware controllers and bus systems. Let us presume that the various process states are read into the automation system via appropriate sensors. In one particular program logic, these signals are linked in one central release signal. Address monitoring for this release signal has been configured with S7pdiag. As mentioned before, the S7pdiag option package generates the functions and instance data blocks for this configured address monitoring. The first function block has the task of monitoring the address in its setpoint state. The second function block stores at the time of fault the state of all the signals that make up the result of logic operation of the address being monitored. The fault recognition FB monitors the addresses in the cyclic program in the user block for which the monitoring has been configured. Let us now assume that one of the sensor signals takes on a fault status. As soon as the result of logic operation shows a deviation from the setpoint state, the fault recognition mechanism stores all the signals belonging to the operation in an initial value acquisition. This information and the stored network structure are important for later criteria analysis. Then the fault recognition FB enters the fault information via an internal call of the alarm S blocks into the central message acknowledgement memory in the operating system of the S7 CPU. If the S7 communication system recognizes a change in the message acknowledgement memory, it generates messages to those target devices that have logged onto the CPU concerned. This is defined when the HMI stations are configured. The message contains, among other things, the message number, the message status, and the exact time of the message occurring. The message reaches its target HMI device via the relevant bus system and interface. Via the S7 communication system of the target device and the diagnostics handler, the final process fault message is made from the message data and the database with the corresponding message texts in the target device, and displayed in standard ProAgent message pictures. The message process for this case is then completed. Here we have shown you a run for the ladder, function block diagram or statement list language using S7pdiag. But the principle is identical with S7 graph and S7 high graph. It is just that the monitoring process here is already an integral part of the language. This means that you do not need any explicit monitoring blocks here. Let us now turn to the analyzing process that makes it possible to determine the causes of a fault.